Hello, how are you doing? And welcome back to my channel. So, there is 5,000 euros up for grabs, and all you have to do is write a short story. Okay, so guys, I'm going to tell you all about it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly make sure you do so because I'm going to bring you work from home opportunities or websites that are hiring or opportunities to make money like this one. So, guys, this is the Commonwealth competition, writing competition that happens every year. So, the one for 2026, the entries are open and the deadline is 1st November. So, what do you have to do to win these 5,000 euros? Of course, the competition is highly competitive, but this is something that you can definitely do. I know that this is something that I'm going to try. Okay. So, we say you're not going to rule yourself out until you've tried. Okay. So the prize is free to enter and open to any citizen of a Commonwealth country that is aged 18 and above. So all you have to do, you can go to the internet and search whether you are part of the Commonwealth. Okay, your country is part of the Commonwealth, and then submissions are made via the online entry form, which is available via the link above. Okay, so I'm going to leave the link to this website in the description box so that you can go through it. So the eligibility requirements can be found here. So you just have to go through and see. And then you have up to 11:59 p.m. GMT time to submit your story or your whatever it is that you're going to write on. Okay. So an international judging panel will select the shortlisted candidates, and they're going to be 5 regional winners. So for the regional winners, they're going to win up to 2,500 euros, and then the overall winner is going to earn the 5,000 euros. Okay. And what is interesting is that writing, they don't limit you on what story you should write. So they don't tell you to write on a certain theme. Okay. It is actually very, very broad, and all you have to do is go to the frequently asked parts questions to have all the information you need. Okay. So, for example, who is eligible to submit? And they say it is you have to be in the Commonwealth. So you just have to click the link and see whether your country is eligible. Okay, and then you can see what the winning writers receive. So the writers are going to receive 2,500 euros, and then the overall winner is going to get 5,000 euros, and then the story is going to be published online by Granter. I think it's some sort of website that publishes. Okay, and then if the winning short story is a translation into English, so maybe the original one was Swahili or Hindu, then the translator will receive an additional prize of 750 euros. So the word limit is 2,000 and 5,000, and this is the most important part. So you can see they are not limiting you to what theme. So you can see the prize is open to short fiction, but it can be in any fiction. So you can see science fiction, speculative fiction, historical fiction, crime, romance, literary fiction, and you may write about any subject that you wish. Okay, so if you're passionate about writing, you can actually give this a shot. Okay, and then you never know, you can emerge as one of the winners and get up to 5,000 euros. That is a lot of money. So what languages can I write my story in? So you can see they have Chinese, Bengali, English, French, Swahili, and all that. And then if you wish to translate your story into English, you can do that. And then can I enter a story I have previously submitted? Maybe you have done stories, you're a writer, you do this often, and then you have submitted anywhere. They say you cannot enter a story that has been submitted in a previous year. Okay. And then can the story be published? So your submission must be unpublished. Okay, so it's not anywhere online or in other personal websites. So you can just start from scratch and then just do your own story. Okay, and then how they are judged is that they have judges representing all the 5 regions, and then once they have a winner from each of the regions, then they're going to select the overall. And they say do not use AI. Okay, I know writing nowadays has been complicated by AI. All you have to do is like put in a prompt and then AI gives you something very neat and polished. But the thing is, it is not authentic, it's not original, and it is highly detectable. It's 100% detectable. Okay. So they're going, of course, to put your story through the AI system, and then they're going to tell whether your story is AI generated. So don't do AI. And then when do submissions open? So it is already open. It actually opened on 1st September and it runs all the way to 1st November. So you can see they have the timelines there. In April next year is when they will shortlist the candidates. In May is when they're going to announce the regional winners. And then in June, the award ceremony and overall winner will be announced. Okay. So that is pretty much it about the competition. So if you want to learn more, actually that is not pretty much it, because you need to learn more about how you can write your story. So all you have to do is go to this part here that says the short story prizes, and then look for previous winners or previous competitors. So you can see for this one, it was in 2024, and they have this winner who is called Aisha. Aisha. I don't know how to do the whole name, so I'm just going to say Aisha. So she's 26-year-old from Mumbai, and she saw of 7,359 entrants. So this is to show you that it is totally possible. So she has her story, and what I did is I clicked on this link to view her story. So you can see what people are thinking or what people are writing about. Okay. So I clicked on the link, and then this was her story. So you can actually see the work she did and what she wrote about. Okay. So this is it. You can see a fiction by Sanjana. It says the shelter houses 150 women who used to be or long to be or have no choice but to be mothers. And then she gives a whole story about it. So you can see it has dialogues in there. It is so well punctuated. It is so well done. So I like skimmed through it just to get an idea of what her thoughts were, and then I may need to read it again to understand. But it doesn't mean that you have to write along that line, because like you saw in the themes, they say you can write about anything. So if you're a writer, just be creative and go on ahead and give it a shot. So this is one of the winners. So if you go back to the previous competitions, you're going to see another winner here. So this is about the award ceremony is there, and then you're going to see the regional winners. They're actually here, the 5 of them. So one was from New Zealand, Mauritius, India is one that won, and then Canada, and then there was one from the Caribbean. Okay, so these ones won 2,500 euros each. So the overall winner is the one that wins the 5,000. Okay, so you can see their stories. You just click. So if you want to see their story, you just click. Like for example, for this one in New Zealand, just click and see how they did it. Okay, and then if you want to see about this one, click and see how they did it, so that you can get a rough idea. So this is something that you should definitely give a shot. You never know. Don't rule yourself out. Like I said, this is something that I'm definitely trying. Whether it goes through or not, I am definitely trying. Okay. So for the writers in the house, the ball is on your end. So go on and ahead and try it. Okay. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly make sure you do so. For this week, I will be doing content on websites or opportunities that are going to pay you maybe prizes for you to write. Okay, so that is what I'm going to be sharing. So I have just opened up this one of A River Then the Road. Okay, so this one was presented by one of the regional winners. They look so interesting. This is something that you can just definitely also go on ahead and read and see what their thought process was. So make sure you subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.